Now on Fox 23 News at 10.
Springfield tornado. The damage here in Massachusetts is just incredible, with roofs torn off buildings, trees down, and even some injuries. We'll have a live report from downtown Springfield.
The 10 o'clock news. Fox 23 News at 10 starts right now.
We begin with a breaking news alert tonight. A deadly tornado leaves behind a tremendous amount of damage in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's at least one of 2 tornadoes that struck the state tonight, killing 4 people. That tornado hit Springfield. It was quick, it was deadly, it was powerful.
Springfield is the 3rd largest city in Massachusetts, just an hour and 45 minutes from the capital region. At least 1 person there was killed. The governor has now declared a state of emergency and is bringing in the National Guard. Fox 23's Julie Tremmel actually lived in Springfield. She headed back there tonight and joins us now live. And Julie, what are you seeing?
Well, John and Ann, this is quite a situation here in Springfield right now. All the streets around me for 360 degrees are blocked off, including Main Street, the main artery, the heart of downtown Springfield. I mean, we're talking the actual main road between downtown Springfield, blocked off for about a half or 3/4 of a mile because there's just so much damage that the police couldn't allow it to be open. And the damage doesn't end there. As you can see right behind me, this flagpole was actually bent at like an 80-degree angle just by the sheer force of the wind. And right down these streets that I can see all around me, no one's allowed to go down there because there are exposed gas lines and power lines, and the damage is just so severe that no one can pass through. Some of the best images of the twister that ripped through urban sections of downtown Springfield are home videos.
I heard rumbling going crazy. I looked out my window, and the next thing I just see pieces of stuff flying everywhere. And like I decided to get my camera phone, walk around, and I see buildings torn apart everywhere. You know what I mean? Like buildings collapse.
And on the streets now, the damage, chaos, and fear that was happening on the ground during the storm is everywhere you turn. Carmen Melendez's #1 goal when the twister hit was to protect her children.
I took the baby and I just went inside the bathroom with my other handicapped child. Well, we were real panic because all the windows that were blowing up, you know, and we're afraid that one of the windows could kill us.
On this street, an entire section of roof is laying on the ground, torn right off a nearby building and set on top a massive tree that was toppled by high winds.
The ice were coming down, and we saw that like the tornado just hitting downtown. As soon as we got here, we see like everything on the floor and like trees and we saw a big cloud.
And throughout the night, the danger continued.
Please, at this time, seek shelter. And
during this interview, more sheer panic.
I seen everything. I seen the whole tornado, everything. Just wipe it off. All the cars on the street, windows got busted out, everything. You know, I was lucky.
So as you can see, even we had some tense moments here in the minutes and hours that followed these initial tornadoes. Now, so far, preliminary reports are saying that it was 2 tornadoes that swept through western Massachusetts and caused all of this severe damage. But of course, that still remains to be seen. The 2 deaths that we know about, one was supposedly in Westfield and one was in West Springfield. Now, once again, just to remind you, we're in Springfield, where this is supposedly where the most severe damage is. But as you could hear, those deaths were in other towns. So by far, Springfield is not the only community that was affected. Obviously, still a ton of cleaning up to do here in Springfield tonight. Live here in Springfield, Julie Tremmel, Fox 23 News.
Julie, having lived there, what was it like to go back and just see all the damage?
Well, I have to say, driving in, I was just in shock. I only lived about a half mile up the road here in the south end of Springfield for over 3 years. And driving in, I was saying to my photographer, Joe, this is where I did my live shots all the time. There's this one visitor center in Springfield right next to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Every single tree is just sheared off. We couldn't stop on the highway to get video of it, but I thought, I am so glad that my old colleagues weren't right there going live as I did so many times, because that area was just completely decimated right near the river, where they really had time, the tornado had time to open up and just shear off everything in its path, including billboards, John and Ann. Crazy scene here in Springfield.
It is crazy.
Yeah, it is. All right, Julie, we know you're going to stay there. We'll check in with you a little later on. Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick is promising a strong response to this storm.
The governor's calling for a state of emergency for the entire Bay